Yo, YouTube fam. Welcome back to another video of the Karma TV series. You already know by now how we run things, same as before. We're going to be going over this week's 5 polls/questions that we put up on our IG story and discuss the results and whether we agree with them or not, and then explain why. With that said, let's get straight to it. So the first one that we got was my boy Ruben's question, which was, who do you have winning? Raphtalia from Rising of the Shield Hero versus Kohaku from Dr.stone. The results was 57 favoring Raphtalia and 43 going to Kohaku. I was kind of surprised that was a little close, but that being said, what do y'all think?
Well, I kind of did, but I was, well, at least for me, obviously leaning more so towards Raphtalia because she was actually out there, fighting monsters and is like half not human,
Right. Demi-human.
So like, yeah, like already has a thank you, obvious word. So like she already had an advantage with like strength, speed, stuff like that. At least from what I thought. Not that Kohaku's like a normal girl or nothing. She has
Right.
obviously has like what I'm saying, she's stronger than a normal person, but I don't think she's like superhuman or nothing like that. But I mean, she got crushed by a tree and kind of just like walked it off. So I mean, I don't know unless Raphtalia got the strength of trees.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. Kohaku, she has super something. She was jumping around those trees like it was nothing, and she fell from the tree and took basically no damage from it but the fall. Even though
Yeah,
I
right, that's what I'm
definitely got
saying.
Raphtalia winning, but
Yeah, I was about to say I can go along the line that Kohaku definitely has, as far as like on foot, more agility
superhuman,
than I would
yeah.
think. Yeah, than Raphtalia would have, and then as far as durability, like you said, falling from that tree, the other girl thought she was about to die, and then they just laying down like, oh, well, I got you. You can't get away now. So, she definitely has a little bit more, kind of close to superhuman esque strength to her, but the only reason why I thought Raphtalia was gonna win regardless is just because, like said in the Rising of the Shield Hero world, they got like magic to
Yeah, she
them and
kind of
all
got a
that.
bag she could reach in.
Yeah, I
Smoke
was about to say, don't
screens
she got
and
like a power where she can turn invisible for like a quick second or something like
yeah,
that?
Yeah,
she got
I was
smoke
like, yeah,
screens
that's
and clones and
right.
sword
We already
techniques
see
and
how
stuff.
Kohaku and them react to just normal human science.
like
The
cup of noodles.
magic, mind-boggling.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this one's an easy one to give to Raphtalia, but don't sleep on Kohaku. They not just
yeah,
some pushovers in the Dr. Stone world,
Yeah,
even
hell
though they
no.
try to make it seem
yeah.
like it.
I was about to say, I think if it was just like hands-on, no magic, I could see this favoring Kohaku a little bit more,
Oh
to be
yeah,
completely honest.
brute
Got
strength.
25 seconds left though. Brute strength, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Brute strength, I'd definitely give it to Raphtalia to close. I mean, I'm sorry, to Kohaku because Raphtalia has to depend on the shield hero, as we can see a little
That
bit.
That's true. Definitely true about that. Um, so we gonna move on to the next question with that. Kind of seems like we wrapped up that one pretty good. The next one was actually your question, Mike, and it was in this death match, who do you think will win? It's Noelle from Black Clover, y'all should already know, and then Tsunade from Naruto Shippuden. I was kind of surprised how many people were sleeping, but 26% went to Noelle and 74 went to Tsunade.
Really?
Um, yeah, people was kind of sleeping on Noelle. What
That's
y'all
what
think?
I
Yeah,
was
Noelle
saying.
didn't get that much love, man.
Tsunade don't
Yeah,
really have any feats, really. She's more of a healer than she is a combatant. I mean, she got monster strength, but she
That's what I
sucks at
was
I
long
mean,
saying.
range.
yeah, I was about to say, as a medic, most people think the medic is more of a support role to stand in the back. So Tsunade
Mhm.
kind of does break the barrier a little bit, being like she can be on the front line as a medic and still like regenerate as she fights. But I was just like, y'all forget that Tsunade can't fly in the air from what I remember.
That's what I
Like
was saying.
yeah, she might
Noelle's.
be a little nimble on her feet, but Noelle literally is flying all over the place, shooting water dragons. I'm like, y'all sleeping.
Yeah, that sea. What is Tsunade gonna do to that sea dragon?
Are
Like
we
I,
counting the slug?
the slug
oh,
for
right, the
Tsunade.
summoning jutsu.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right,
the
yeah,
summoning
that's
juice. Are we counting the slug? Because if we're counting the slug, that's a little bit of,
I mean, it's in
I
her
feel like that
arsenal, so
gives.
I guess
It,
so.
yeah,
But I
yeah, I
mean,
think
That's
it's
what
I
I'm
in
mean,
her
saying.
slug
If we
still
arsenal.
counting
doesn't
that,
do
then I
much.
feel like Tsunade has a. I'm not gonna say it's an edge over Noelle because I've seen Black Clover, but not all of it.
Hmm.
Like caught up on everything.
right,
It's
right.
like from
I
I
the
mean,
mean,
the
last thing I've
slug does
seen, I
scale
feel
to
like
Tsunade as
ag-
far as like how big it is.
Again, I think
Oh.
I think I get confused with the voting. Like I get more mad at the voting results than I do because I do have Tsunade winning against Noelle. I'm not gonna lie because as we can see, Tsunade is very durable.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And if she was with Orochimaru and Jiraiya, you know, we can't just underestimate that. But Noelle's no pushover either, and that Valkyrie stuff is no joke. Like she gets a lot faster, stronger. She's the reincarnation of her own mother with the Mana skin. So
Right.
yeah,
I was about to say, so I don't. It's not like I see her, you know, easily in a fight. Like Tsunade gets to jump, one punches her, and then she's gone. Like I'm pretty sure Noelle will, you know, sense like, okay, yeah, I gotta like keep myself in the air or kind of move around and actually like hit, because she's a projectile, but then can also kind of fight close quarters. But I will say, as far as like durability wise, like she definitely, I don't think will match up to Tsunade.
Yeah,
because
what do you think?
one strong punch that might be a problem.
So you think Tsunade would overpower her physically? Does anybody think the magic would be able to disrupt Tsunade at all? Because I feel like her magic could get in between that. That's why I feel like this was closer to like 60-40 than it would be the results that we have on Instagram.
If she keeps Tsunade at a distance, I don't think it's much of a fight, to be honest, because Tsunade doesn't have any long-range moves. And I mean, yeah, there's the slug, but the slug just shoots out acid. I don't know how far, but
and we don't know if it could pierce her Mana skin because we've seen the Mana skin block acid in Black Clover multiple times.
Yeah, they used it in the volcano, right? When they were doing the training for the Mana skin.
But I say when it comes to Mana skin, it's more of like actual, like, you know, punches landing on you type of stuff. So but yeah, now just to kind of wrap it up, I do think that Tsunade, the only reason why is, like I said, the slug definitely would help her be able to kind of move around, because the slug can move pretty quick or cover area and jump too. But like you said, I feel like Noelle could find a way of continuously hitting Tsunade from a distance. It's just that Tsunade can constantly regenerate while trying to fight her. So that's the main problem. But we gonna move on though. That one was a little interesting. This next one was your question, and who would win this versus battle? Tatsumaki from One Punch Man and Nezuko from Demon Slayer. 72 going to Tatsumaki, 28 going to Nezuko.
That's a whooping.
Now that
Tatsumaki
seems like that should
no
have been
joke.
the way it was. To be completely honest, I was surprised that Nezuko got even to the 20 range. I thought she was going to stay a little bit below it. Like she was close to getting 30%.
Yeah, hers was close to the last one. This one is, well, let Ant defend it, or let's get Ant's thought process on this.
My only thought process on it was that we ain't really showed no One Punch fans love. We can't really use Saitama like that because it's going to be, I feel like when you put Saitama against people, it's going to be a wash. I'm kind of thinking, you know, maybe eventually we can use like Genos and the rest of them. But other than that, I'd use Tatsumaki because she's a female character. She was really strong, and I feel like Nezuko has potential to be strong. I don't know how we haven't really seen her do much to, you know, to deal with Tatsumaki, but I feel like maybe in close, because Nezuko is strong, maybe in that close range, maybe she would do something. And if you want to be technical, we could pull the whole she can't die unless it's particular sword thing.
Or
if we want to do
we're not copping out.
We could, but I'm not.
I mean, that's limitless fallacy. We can't do that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I'm saying, if we wanted to be petty and I really wanted Nezuko to win, we could do that. But I'm just not going to do that.
What you say with the close range, I don't even think Nezuko could touch Tatsumaki close range. We've seen her close and far. She's pretty quick, strong. She's kind of the all-around fighter. It's kind of... She'd have to go against a powerhouse or somebody from probably the Black Clover universe that could fly and kind of keep up.
Yeah, fly and keep up
ability-wise.
She's like Yuno, but on steroids.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally. I was about to say, because in the first season,
Jujutsu.
I mean,
which
in the first season, just to kind of...
The one with the broomstick?
Oh, Tatsumaki is washing her too.
She's washing her.
We don't know yet.
She washing her faster than Nezuko.
But if Nobara can keep her back, Tatsumaki, who is way faster, Get out
I was
of
about to
here.
say, look, and
was
I'm
wild.
gonna break it down to you real quick. Just two different scenarios. The first season when they was fighting that last Ouroboros guy, or whatever, when the ship was coming, that big ass bullet that was flying, Tatsumaki stopped that joint, crushed it, and dropped it before it even like came to her. And that joint's big enough to
Yeah, that's true.
destroy cities.
If people was running
was
away,
wild.
she was just like, "Oh, this what y'all scared of? Let me get that."
Right. And then second
Yeah, that's
season,
true. That's
it
what
was
I'm saying.
like
I just
some
wanted to give
big
One
like
Punch a little bit of
octopus
love,
joint,
so.
Oh, for
and
sure.
she wrapped it into like a ball. I was like, yeah, Nezuko would probably try to run to her, and Tatsumaki would be in the air, just like stop, flicker up. She'd probably throw her into space or something like that. Like her ESP is what it's called or whatever is like pretty top tier.
Yeah.
Pretty top tier.
Yeah, I think she
So-
was like she's like in the top 5 of the heroes, I believe, in
Yeah.
One Punch.
Of the S rank heroes. Yeah, I think she's like
yeah, I just
4,
wanted to
maybe 4 or 3.
put a
But
little
not,
diversity in it. We haven't talked about One Punch,
Nah,
even though
it's-
C2 was horrible.
right. I think there might be another interesting matchup for those two separate characters, maybe in their own lane.
Maybe run it
So
back to
that-
somebody else.
Yeah, looking forward to that. So this next one is Khalil's, and I'm
That'd be me.
definitely looking forward to seeing how you came up with this. But who was the bigger waste of potential as a character? I believe her name is Kana Kimishima from Parasite the Maximum, and Naomi Misori from Death Note. I got that right, or did I mix
I think you
characters
got
up?
that right.
That's the ones.
Okay, bang, there we go.
Like, I like Parasite. I like Death Note. Both of these
Mhm.
characters died. Well, spoiler alert. Both
Oh,
these characters
God.
died pretty early in the shows. It's like, but in my opinion, I think Naomi was the biggest waste of potential, mostly because she's supposed to be as smart as Zell, and she probably put 2 and 2 together as soon as she met Light and figured out, okay, this Bam is Kira.
Right, wasn't she like the one who was closest to him too?
She
as well?
was.
Like,
She had an advantage. I don't know about that one, man. Parasite. She was a.
Oh, yeah, no,
goon,
she got done
but she
dirty,
just wanted
though.
to be like people, and she did get done
Mhm.
dirty, but it was on her own terms. That was a lot of waste. And
Yeah.
she really was doing whatever she wanted. That's what the parasites wanted to do. She was living the dream.
Right.
I get
that's
what you're
very
saying
true.
with Death Note, but Naomi, she has potential, but from what we
Would she
saw,
really
it
been
was
able to
really
do much?
yeah, it was really just because she knew him. If she didn't know him, I don't know how much potential she would have had. She just had potential to spoil the show.
Right.
I guess that's how.
So
I
there's
looked at it.
different there's the potential in like their own aspect. Like there's the potential that if she had continued where she was Naomi, she probably would have ended the show earlier on versus Kana probably would have made like an interesting dynamic as another character alongside the Parasite story. Just
Yeah.
kind of seeing how she would evolve or probably team up with my mans. So I think I can kind of see where you're coming from there, Mike.
Wait a second. So which girl do y'all think she is? The one with the earphones? I make sure we know who we're talking about. The same woman.
Headphones is
Kana-
Kana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all said she was a parasite?
No, I'm saying just like her relationship with
she not?
I forget
Oh,
what's
you
his
know what?
name is.
She was the one that could
I
tell the
get what
difference between the parasites and the
I
regular
get
people.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, dang, I did.
I was
get
about to
that
say my bad,
confused.
but I meant to say like I feel like she has a better potential of being an interesting dynamic as to
Oh,
the story
okay.
continuing on
Actually, I ain't gonna hold you. I agree with
versus
Khalil now.
Naomi would have just like ended the show faster essentially for Death Note.
She could have
Fair
saved
enough.
everybody.
I'm not gonna lie. Kinda,
well,
I gotta,
you
I gotta
ain't wrong, Khalil.
swap to Khalil's side. Khalil, I agree now. If that is, I see who she is now. I'm sorry. They yeah. I agree with you, Khalil.
Hey.
Death
I
Note.
still stick with mine. I
stick
feel
with
like
Kana?
just because I feel like the story could be more interesting with the dynamic. Like I said, the other one I feel like she would have found out who Light is, and then game
It
would have
just
been over.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
I get what you're saying, but the Death Note one I heard the alarm going off, but
Yeah,
it's
you
about
can
that
wrap up
time
real quick.
for the one with Death Note. She was already in the mix, so it's like if she was actually more involved within the show, it could have added a whole different dynamic. Of course, she could have just spoiled it and ended it, but that would have been a nice little resolve or a nice little Ace in the Hole, if she got involved with like light or something like that, that'd have been interesting to me. So, but since she didn't, I think that kind of is a waste of potential. Because it was already interesting with light, but maybe we wouldn't have that potato chip scene.
Oh man! All right, so we gonna end it up on this last one. Did a little bit of a play on words here, but which Maki do you have winning this death battle? Maki Oze from Fire Force, or Maki Zenin from Jujutsu Kaisen? This one was actually pretty close too, almost like Khalil's. 42 going to Maki Oze, and 58% going to Maki Zenin. So, who do y'all got winning?
If this is a death battle, I personally, from what I've seen in just the anime from both sides, I got Maki Oze winning.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I see
I don't think
the
it's
love.
a wash though.
Maki's in it. She just got the shout out. Her episode just passed in Jujutsu Kaisen, so I get why she'd win this one. She was fired, no pun intended. But in Fire Force, Maki Oze, she's no joke either. Like, what is she can't run away from that giant fire blast thing that she did with her little twin fires. Like, what is she gonna smack? She gonna throw her blade at it? Like, that's not working against her.
That's true.
And I don't know how exaggeratedly fast she did that in the anime, but that was only like, she did that in like 5-6 seconds. You know, I don't know how that translates in time, but I can't imagine
controlling that blast from underneath.
And we can see she can take a whooping. She could take a whooping too.
The durability factor is definitely there.
Yeah,
I will say I feel like the Maki Zenin, as far as like when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, might be a little bit faster on her feet, especially like from the most recent scene that we saw, how fast she moves around and kind of reacts on time. Because her catching, just to give y'all a second to not listen if you haven't seen the episode already, but to catch the rubber bullet, like that's pretty damn close for it to be in your face and you catch it and still continue on with your attack. I feel like that gives her a good reaction time as well. Though I do have to go with Maki Oze just because her being able to control those those pyro fists is pretty wild, and still being able to fight hand to hand. Yeah. Like, I don't know how she'd be able to how Maki Zenin would be able to deal with all of those at the same time.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting dynamic. I mean, but they are trying to fight with curses though, so.
Don't get me wrong. I like Maki. Maki's fire, but not Maki Oze, but the other Maki. She's fire and all. Like, I thought her concept was pretty cool. The fact that she doesn't really have powers, it's kind of like a Rock Lee type of feel. And she can't really use curse energy at all, I believe. And she's still that strong.
Yeah.
But I don't think she would do anything to the other Maki, just for the simple fact that she's able to spar and do stuff with Shinra and Arthur.
Yeah, she sparred with them and took Shinra down with just a knee. Like,
yeah, and Arthur uses a sword too, and she was like, "Go full out," and Arthur's pretty fast. So it's like, I don't see her really doing anything to Maki Oze, I believe.
Yeah, Maki Oze, you're right.
I mean, Maki, she stunned Fire Force Maki. She stunned those owls with like one punch. Remember the little, I think they were called the night owls? The little robot night owls? She literally was knocking the Dominion. She was knocking them things out with one punch. Like, that's no little feat. Those things were crushing people. Or I think early on in the season when she picked up that giant pipe, I'm just thinking of all the stuff that she did. She's strong.
Oh yeah, no, she is just like what my boy Shinra was calling a gorilla.
Yeah. But
so yeah, but I think that basically wraps it up. That one was pretty close too. I thought it was interesting just because now we finally have two Makis that, have their own right to being pretty fire. No pun intended there again. Just kind of playing off a mic, but you really hate to see it. But with that said, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Like we've always said in previous episodes before, if you have any ideas or any matchups that you'd like to see or have us talk about, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. Visit our IG profile page. You can even DM us some ideas that you might have or discussions you might want us to talk about for any future episodes of Karma TV. Like, comment, subscribe, and we hope to see you on the next episode. Until then, I don't have a theme song for Karma TV just yet, but I promise I will one of these days.
off.
And I'm ending it.